In this video, we will look at filler time that automatically gets added to the time card. Let's have a look at a time card where an extra line for filler time was added. I'm going to navigate to the time cards. We see there are two unposted time cards. Let's look at the first one. This employee has an employee shift pattern of MF8. That is a shift from 8 in the morning until 5 p.m. We know that there are calculated time rounding rules because we can see the login time, logout times have been rounded here. Looking at the time card lines below, we can see the first line is this filler time that was automatically added. Why was this added? Filler time exists to ensure that the total attendance is accounted for. When the time card is prepared, the system will look at the sum of the time indicated in the time card lines and compare that value to the time indicated on the time card header, or in other words, to the total attendance time, the 9 hours. In this example, if I add up the time card lines, I will arrive to a total of 8.6 hours. We know the attendance was 9 hours, and that is how we got to the 0.4 hours, basically by doing a simple subtraction. 9 hours of total time attendance minus the sum gives us filler time of 0.4 hours. This is the unaccounted time that is not accounted for in the time card lines. Let's look at the second time card. This employee has the same shift pattern of MF8, meaning from 8 to 5. This case, however, is a little different because if we look below, we will see that the filler time is actually indicating a negative value of 0.56 hours. How is this possible? Well, it's essentially the same process. We are comparing the total attendance time to the sum of the time card lines, and in this case here, we've got extra time on the time card lines, exactly 9.56 hours, and that is why we have a negative filler time that was added. As such, negative filler time can be used to help with over-attendance. In this scenario, we've got someone that was on site for 9.56 hours of time. The employee clocked in 5 minutes early and clocked out 29 minutes late. That extra 34 minutes is therefore being removed from the time card lines with this negative time activity. The last thing I wish to mention is that if the time card is manually modified, it is possible to have the filler time recalculated. For example, I will change this value to 5 hours. I will delete the filler time, and I will re-prepare the time card, and we will see the filler time get added here with a higher negative value. And there we are. We can now see the filler time of 1.88 hours was added. The last thing I wish to show is a setting specific to the filler time activity, and it is found on the shop floor setup page. I will scroll down and look for the activities section. Now the filler time activity is turned on once there is actually an activity selected here. The setting that controls if we have negative time or not is this filler restrict adjustment. So if we only say positive only, then we will only account for unaccounted times, but any overattendance would not be deducted in that case. Only with the allow negative will we be allowed negative filler time. This concludes the video on filler time.
Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content.